Series is a good example of what I'm talking about here, because the F10 looks like a very respectable rich guy car. Like, if you look at it, it has a very kind of understated, like, I'm a respectable businessman kind of style to it, even though they are pretty affordable cars. And so, unlike, like, say, a 65 Series, which has kind of a wilder look, or a Mercedes-Benz E-Class sedan, which isn't necessarily have the same kind of tension, an F10 5 Series, you look at it and you think, this is just a more respectable, mid-tier businessman, probably has 10 or 12 direct reports at a large company. The truth is, you bought the car for $9,000, and it has 3 warning lights on, but it looks pretty legit. The other cool thing about the F10, the non-M5, they were sold with some pretty good powertrains. You could get the 550, which had a twin-turbo V8, or you could get the 535, which had a turbo 6-cylinder that was a pretty potent and exciting powertrain. And these were all, they're unreliable, I want to be clear. Basically, every car on this list is unreliable. But they were pretty fun and exciting cars, in addition to making you look respectable and wealthy. That is a car that, if it is not lowered, if it does not have tinted taillights, if it does not have black wheels, and that's hard to find, but if you can avoid those things, you drive that around and people think you're a lot more legit than you are, given you just spent $7,600 on this car and it has 4 mismatched Chinese tires. Okay, next car that will make you look rich for cheap. This is one that I am surprised, even to this day, just how cheap it is. The Jaguar XK, and specifically I'm referring to that XK that was sold from like 07 to whenever, but the early ones, the 07, 08, 09s, and 10s, those are the ones. You can get one of these Jaguar XKs. We've sold them on Cars and Bids for $10,000 to $15,000, quite a few of them actually. And it's pretty impressive to be able to get a car that looks this beautiful and that has this connotation of wealth and taste and class for this price point. This is a totally rational and reasonable dollar amount to spend. It is an irrational car. It is probably unreliable and problematic. I know from experience that V8 can be tricky. But for $12,000, you drive this headed off to the country club, play golf with your friends, when in reality you've just spent $12,000 and you scrounged together the money and got the rest from a buy here, pay here law. I'm astonished by what these cars go for, seriously. And so what I would say is, even though this car can probably be problematic, again, most of the cars on this list are, it is still a shockingly good buy if your main goal is to just get something cheap that makes you look rich. It is a beautiful car. It has aged well. The technology has not. The performance is not amazing anymore by modern standards. But from a pure, this is a beautiful car that looks rich. That is exactly what this car is, to an almost crazy extent. And on that subject, another car that is similar, that deserves mention on this list, is the R230 Mercedes-Benz SL. So that was the SL that was sold, I think it was sold from 03 to like 2012, somewhere in there. But specifically, again, the early models are the cheap ones, and these cars are unbelievably affordable. We have sold on Cars and Bids early SLs, R230s, for $7,000 to $10,000, which is the same price as the Jag, but is even more impressive because the Mercedes has a power retractable hardtop. The Mercedes SL just has sort of more of a luxury connotation than the Jag, but also, importantly, the Mercedes powertrain is actually, these early SLs used a 5-liter V8 that was a good, reliable, and now, I don't want to sit here and say the Mercedes was a reliable car. They have other issues like the body control suspension, etc., that will make them expensive to own. But to buy a car for $9,000 and then just drive it around like drop top SL. Now again, with these cars, you've got to avoid bad aftermarket wheels, black painted wheels, bad modifications, lowered. A lot of these cars have been messed with, and that instantly kills the rich looking vibe. The moment you see one of these on bad, heinous aftermarket wheels, you know it is not a rich guy. It is some ninth owner who spent $9,000. But if you buy like the rich guy spec, sort of like a silver, maybe a black on the stock wheels, it is a damn good purchase for $8,000, and it may even be reliable. Of course, it also may not. Nonetheless, those two cars, those two luxury convertibles, have depreciated to an almost unbelievable extent, and yet they still have an air of luxury and respectability about them that would make someone think that the driver of the car might be rich and might be going off to some country club or to some investment gathering, if such a thing exists, I don't know, to do something. Those cars are in that range. Okay, next up, cars that make you look rich even though they're cheap. This is actually a really good one that is way overlooked, and that would be the original Hyundai Equus, which was sold from 2011 to like 2016-17. The original Hyundai Equus, obviously the badge and branding itself will not make you look rich, but I saw one of these on the road the other day, and one of the things that hit me is it is a big car with big presence. Like, it has like a big grille and big tall sides and a big trunk. Like, it looks big and luxurious, and it's not really badged. If you look at this car, there are no Hyundai badges on it. Like, they have this cool like flying bird badge on the front and the back. It says Equus. It never really says Hyundai. And so people will notice this car and think you're in some really big high-end luxury sedan, which you are. Ultimately, this car was intended to rival the Mercedes S-Class, the Lexus LS, etc. But we're in a Hyundai, and it's a cheap car. We've sold these on Cars and Bids for $10,000 to $20,000. That's with a 430 horsepower smooth V8. These are good cars. They're reliable cars. They get miles on them based on some of these ones on Cars and Bids. They get driven, they get used, and yet they still look respectable and luxurious. Now, people are not going to look at you and instantly know, oh, that person has a Mercedes or that person has a Jaguar, but they are going to know that person is rich. He's driving a big luxury sedan. I don't know what it is, so it must be something special. And it's up to you whether you want to tell them that you're in a Hyundai or not. Nonetheless, it is quite an impressive luxury car that you can buy pretty cheap. 15 grand buys you a legitimately nice one with a ton of luxury equipment and this sort of flex on other people kind of look on the road. Like, I'm big, I'm luxury, I'm serious. They might not know what it is. In fact, they probably won't, but that almost adds to the allure and the appeal of the luxury. And I'm telling you, this interior, I rented one of these on Turo one time for a couple days. Actually, it was at the launch of the new Toyota Supra years ago, and it's just a nice car. Like, it is a nice, wafting, smooth, nice luxury car. So not only do you look rich, but you feel rich. Okay, on the subject of big luxury sedans, basically any used big luxury sedan will be cheap to buy and will make you seem rich, but I will say some do the job better than others.
Customize and save at Liberty Mutual, so you only pay for what you need.
Every bottle of McCormick is flavor sealed. For fresh flavor, everyone notices.
Better than others. Specifically, a W220 Mercedes-Benz S-Class does not make you look rich. Most people know that that was the cheap one, and they've aged cheaply and they don't look great. Same deal with the E65 BMW 7 Series. Does not age well, does not look good, does not make you look rich. However, a Audi A8 from 2003 to 2010, or whenever it went away, that would be the D3 A8. That car makes you look rich. For one thing, the overall style is still fairly similar to what they're using today. For another thing, they have these big aluminum, these big wheels, these silver wheels with many spokes that just like oozed wealth and power. But also, the A8 has always kind of been the connoisseur's choice. It's like the guy who buys it isn't just some rich guy who doesn't know any better. It's like the architect or the thinking man chose the A8 instead of the regular Mercedes-Benz S-Class or the 7 Series. And so the result of that is that as these cars have gotten to the used market, they still sort of retain that reputation. You see an old 7 Series and you assume it's some guy wanting to flex because he can get into a cheap used one. You see an old A8 and you're like, oh, that must be a thinking man trying to flex. No, but seriously, I mean, these cars, and I'll tell you something, a D3, early D3 A8 is a $9,000 to $14,000 car. They are shockingly cheap to buy, shockingly cheap. And the 4.2 liter V8 versions are pretty reliable, although there are a lot of electronics and stuff like that that you'd be concerned about. But they're serviceable, they're doable, they're good, and they're cheap to own. One thing that I'm surprised by whenever I get in one of those cars, and I have recently, is they're not actually that great to drive. You know, the A8 was ultimately a front-wheel drive platform, even though they were all, by then, all-wheel drive cars. cars, they're not that luxury. They're not that soft and wafty and comfortable like the Mercedes-Benz S-Class or the 7 Series, but our goal here is not to maximize the experience. Our goal is to maximize the look of being rich, and this car does a better job. The style, it looks newer, and the connotation of a used A8 simply is better than a used 7 Series, which everybody knows is kind of a down and out car that people are trying to flex. Okay, last car on this list, cheap used cars that make you look rich. This was a suggestion that came from Filippo, and it's pretty true, and that would be the Tesla Model X. The Model S, like, it's the one with the doors that go up in the bigger design. It's the one you get if you're not just trying to buy a commuter car Model Y for a cheap lease deal. You want to get like the big one, the expensive one, because you're rich and you want to take your kids to school in a Tesla. Like, those are the ones, and they're not that expensive. Early Model X's are now $20,000 to $30,000. If you want to buy this car new, it's $100 plus, and it looks basically the same, and the tech isn't really that different either. And so a used Model X at 20 to 30 grand really is kind of an I'm rich, I have a Tesla Model X kind of thing. And stepping past the Model 3 and the Model Y and specifically choosing the X is definitely, like, when I see a Model 3 or Model Y, I do not assume a person is rich. Those are very common cars that are available with great deals. Basically, anybody can buy them. A Model X, that's not the situation. If you have chosen not to get a 3 or a Y, you are getting an X because it is specifically like a desirable, like, you have the money, you want the space, you can afford it, you're not trying to get a bargain, you want to spend and get. And so those cars do have like a bit of a connotation of like, this person is pretty rich. And 20 to 30 grand does buy you a pretty nice used one, surprisingly, that again looks like a pretty nice new one. Okay, so that's my list of the 8 cheap cars that make you look.
Okay, what's up, baby? Okay, what's up, baby? How you doing? I'm chilling. I'm headed back down. Back down from Maine. Yeah, I'll be in PA tomorrow, but I gotta make my way to North Carolina. That's fine. That's fine. That's all right. It's nice to have some company. I don't got shit else to do. Take a drive in my car, not in this truck. It's so nice to get out of the truck. I'll be looking for every reason. No, because if you're tired, you're tired. And if you got to go to work Monday night, that doesn't make sense. I hear you. Me too. Monday 6 o'clock works. Sounds like a plan. Come cuddle right up next to you too. Oh, yeah, obviously. Not to be like, no, you know what? It was nice meeting you. I gotta go. Something came up. Think I'm gonna go back to work like right now. Oh, let's see. So I got 2 stops. I gotta stop in Virginia, and I gotta stop in North Carolina. And then they should have something for me to pick up to take back home. And I'm gonna take off a couple days. Got some business to handle in New York. And maybe I can come catch you for lunch on a Sunday, on a Saturday. That'd be dope. No, it's that Monday at 6. If. That's an if. $6,500 Enterprise Ave, Disputanta, Virginia. Okay. Alrighty. So you thinking 6 a.m. or 6 p.m.? Ah. Oh, what part of Philly you in? You in the northeast, center? Where you at? South? You're in Center City. Okay. Oh, okay. Right. Was you right off Market or something? Golly. Okay. Alright, sweetie.
look rich. And I want to be clear, I have one more that is an honorable mention, which is, of course, and deserves to be on every one of these lists, a 1990s Rolls-Royce or Bentley. So if you buy a Bentley Turbo R from the early 90s or an old Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit, late 80s, early 90s, it is absolutely a cheap car that will make you look rich. The reason it is not on the main list and instead is an honorable mention is because it is so expensive to own and run that I do not necessarily consider it to be a cheap car, but it will make you look rich. You buy one of those, you buy it right, it's a nice car, you will look richer than any car I mentioned on this list. It's just that in order to maintain it, you have to be pretty wealthy because these cars are pretty expensive to own. You have to go to specialists, they have interesting issues that regular mechanics cannot solve, and so that's a bit of a caveat. Nonetheless, those cars are cheap, they will make you look rich if you can afford to own them. But there you go, that's my list. Cheap cars that will make you look rich. In case you're going for that, you want that vibe, you want to show up in a nice neighborhood and have people think you belong, get one of the cars on my list, you'll fit in, and you don't have to spend much money to do it, at least up front.
This mouse backpack.
Okay, my ninjas, before we get this compilation started, I'm gonna tell y'all what's happening. I put in for YouTube monetization. I got declined. Ain't no thing but a G-string on a chicken wing. I always could, apply later on. But they said I didn't add enough to the content. So I'm gonna be doing things a little different. If y'all like it, let me know. If y'all don't like it, let me know what y'all see. We can work out how to change it up a little bit and have it all figured out for YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Mr. Dave, you asked what we are selling. This is what I am selling. If the name doesn't depict this enough, this is what I am.
My ninjas, I don't care what she's selling. I know what I want to buy. Because she got an OF Lincoln. I'm just playing. But come on, okay. Let's be honest. All right, look at her. All right. For one, look at her leg. Right, look at her leg. What you see there? Cellulite. You know what I mean? That's natural. That's homegrown. That ain't fake. So real recognize real. Let's keep going.
I'm selling. These are our 50 ml perfume bottles. I am selling perfumes. Look at the old stock I have on one shelf.
Nah, something wrong with this. Something wrong with the truck machine. Hey, it's Jeremiah with FT86. I got some smoke coming out my right side and a death wobble. I'm coming down from Caribou, so I'm going to take my time to limp on over to the shop because this ain't good. And I got a whatchamacallit coming up, so maybe we can get this looked at tomorrow morning. I know you guys are shut down for me. I'll text you to this number, right? Okay. All right. Hey, it's Jeremiah with FT86. I just picked up a load that's out of Caribou that's going down to North Carolina, but my truck is wobbling like crazy and I'm smoking out the right side. I'm going to stop back at the shop so they can look at it in the morning, but I definitely ain't going to make this load. Yeah, it's smoking out the right side. And I can't pinpoint where the smoke's coming from even when I got the motor open. And it's wobbling hard. I mean, like, if I go over 30 miles an hour, this sucker starts shaking like, it's awful. It starts shaking like a broke washing machine. Yeah, I stopped. I pulled over just now. Like, it's smoking out the right side. And I'm only doing like 30. 35 because I'm wobbling pretty bad. And I just called the shop and let them know what was going on. I said I got someone look at it in the morning. But this ain't safe. This isn't safe right now, so I'm gonna bring this load to the yard and disconnect. Now, I ain't have no work done today, but I just came from Freightliner last week where they did a service and a valve adjustment and all that. I had a wet service and a valve adjustment. And I got 6 new tires on here. So I got all new tires on here. But I mean, I can still make the load if I can leave tomorrow. I can still make it, but if it's something bad, then, Okay. Was it a week before last, I was at Freightliner for like two and a half days. They did a bunch of stuff. But this seems like to be scary. It's wobbling real bad. And it's happening, and the smoking is coming out the right side. And I can't smell anything though. So I don't know what it is. Like maybe it's a bearing going bad or something. It's intermittent. Now it's really just vibrating crazy. Okay, we'll do. this isn't good.
come with me. We also have Jack.
Okay. I'm not coming with you. I don't know where I want to come. To your store. What y'all thought I was going to say, huh? Look at y'all. So get perfect. So, y'all, I don't know where I want to come. I don't care what she's selling. I know what I want to buy. If you got an OF link. I'm just playing. But come on. Okay. Let's be honest. Alright, look at her. Alright? For one, look at her leg. Right? Look at her leg. What you see there? Cellulite. You know what I mean? That's natural. That's homegrown. That ain't fake. You know, so, real recognize real. Let's keep going.
I'm selling. These are our 50 ml perfume bottles. I am selling perfume. Look at the whole stock I have on one shelf. Come with me. We also have Jack.
Okay. I'm not coming with you. I don't know where I want to come. To your store. What y'all thought I was going to say, huh? Look at y'all. So get perfect. So God, y'all disgust me.
I feel that we have body sprays. We have candles in stock. We have candles. We have lots of different types of body sprays. We have body mist.
Talking about body mist. I know all of our exes miss her body.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Orishi body mist. We have body mist. We have miniatures in stock for you. We also have big bottles. These are very big bottles. We have 150 ml, 200 ml, the types you don't usually see. We have Arabian fragrances. We have different Arabian fragrances, different prices. We have designer perfumes, both feminine and masculine, and box, festive.
Now that I've reached clarity, we can go to the next clip.
So I got this espresso martini, so this was actually good.
I got a tequila shot with my.
He looks a little suspect, a little Diddy-ish, you know? What y'all think? The way he's drinking and the way his voice sounds, it sounds very suspect. Let's see.
Excuse me. Hey. Are you the one with?
He is a suspect. You heard that? Hey. Y'all heard it? Hi. I heard it. The gay don't be going off. I'll be knowing this. Alright?
The silver pants on last night? I meant the red pants on. It was real shimmery and shiny. Yeah. Is this your hat?
No, I was just saying that he was missing. Yes.
Yeah. So this your hat?
Yes, this is my head.
Oh, I like how you snapped it. I found that in my room.
Let's not jump to conclusions. Let's not.
Your roommate.
I'm sorry. Cruise who?
The roommate.
And the what?
What's the guy's name? Roommate, the guy who he.
You know what's horrible? Imagine being that woman and finding out that your husband is potentially cheating on you. Ooh, that's not bad. And what makes it worse? He doesn't even remember his name. You know what that means? You know what I mean? That your husband ass is trash. No, Diddy. No, Diddy. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm sorry.
Roommate. Baby, I'm his wife.
Okay, stop it.
Give this little ninja the greatest award that could ever be given to anybody on this earth. I don't know what it is, a Golden Globe or a Peacekeeper, I don't know. Just give it to him. Whoever his father is, I salute you, sir. You're raising a legend. There's nothing else to teach this little ninja. Just give him a high school diploma and a college degree. Send him out to work. What else is there to teach him? There's nothing else to teach him. Impeccable form too. He's like, let me see. Looking around to see if they're gonna do it. Oh man. And he almost got him too. Look at the one in the black, you see it? Real G. He did great.
So I have natural 36 double D girls, and I get asked so much, like, are they real?
Now remember this video, YouTube, this is for educational purposes only. Nothing else, alright? Nothing else. It is for educational purposes only. My boy who loved the snowflake sent this to me and he said, we all would find this interesting because he did not know 2 out of the 3 things that she's going to teach. And I watched it and I didn't know either. So, hope y'all enjoy.
Are they not? I see other girls with natural ones being asked the same thing, and it blows my mind that men don't know the difference. So I'm going to give you like a couple of foolproof ways you can tell if someone has real ones or not. Number 1 is jiggle test, and not fast test, but jiggle. So real ones will move from any little movement, so like not a big movement, but just a, it's going to make them move. Number 2.
You see? For me, I thought it was bounce. But no, it's jiggle. But y'all didn't know that. See? We learning. We are learning.
is going to be size. There's usually going to be one that's bigger than the other. For example, mine is my left side, and usually that's the case. Like your non-dominant hand, that side of your chest is bigger. And third is going to...
No, with that one, I could really understand that one because my right bicep is much larger than my left. And if any of you watch Family Guy, and that episode of Family Guy where Quagmire discovered corn.
Quagmire? Hey, nobody's seen you in days.
Hey, Peter. I've just been checking out some of that internet porn.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna go and check my mail over there.
You been lifting weights?
No. I don't think. No. I'm sorry, Peter. I gotta get back.
It's for the exact same same thing, you know? Yeah.
Obviously, the way they sit, they're not going to be like up the way the fake ones are. They're going to be a little bit more droopy, and a lot of times when they're not wearing a shirt or a bra, they're going to be spread further apart. And this is all part of the natural process of having real, natural girls. Hope this helps.
It did help. Hey, my ninjas in the comment section, give me a thumbs up if y'all learned something.
How much do you think I would make if I started an OnlyFans?
A fuck ton. Like, you probably, if it ever, like, I mean, I don't see anything ever dwindling down, but
Just pop on. People say that all the time. They're like,
You see why you don't want your girl to have any friends, guy nor female? Because if the female is not doing better than her, they will always try to lead her astray. It's just something written in their DNA. You know what I mean? They always try to lead them astray. And if they have a guy best friend, we already know what he was. The chief say nothing else.
you'd probably make a lot if you just. I don't think I'd. What do you do on that?
I do whatever my supporters
You
want me
take
to do.
pictures?
Pictures, videos, voice notes, messages.
Really?
Yeah.
How much do you make a month?
It depends. You know, good month, bad month.
On like a horrible month, what would you make?
A horrible month? Probably like 400. Top.
400? What the? These simps are rich. Listen here, my niggas. I'm recruiting. We're gonna go out and we're gonna rob all these simps. By next week, we're gonna be rich. Because if they have all this money too, just give the women to show them their body. We can be rich. Listen to me. Come on. Come on. Oh my God.
Okay, I wish I needed to do that. The more I talk to you, the more I'm like, I should just start an OnlyFans. Ruby?
You see how easy it is for women to be convinced? Just
Oh my goodness. I can't even leave tonight.
good woman, and she gets taken away by a bum with just empty promises because they fall in love with what they hear. She's doing no research. She don't ask to see, hey, let me see your bank account to know if she really made $400K. No. That's how stupid they are.
Saying she makes $400,000 on OnlyFans in a bad month is unbelievable. I feel like people can talk whatever shit they want, but that is a lot of money and does have me thinking.
Look, teenagers, I'm not mad that you don't find me attractive. You're not in my demographic. Your dad is.
Now for one, my dad wouldn't want you. You're too old. He's looking for somebody younger, basically. All I'm saying is, you'll be the easiest life insurance I'd ever collect. Come on, my dude. Come on. Wouldn't y'all spend the rest of her life with her? Oh, so.
In a bad month is unbelievable. I feel like people can talk whatever shit they want, but that is a lot of money and does have me thinking.
Look, teenagers, I'm not mad that you don't find me attractive. You're not in my demographic. Your dad is.
Now for one, my dad wouldn't want you. You're too old. He's looking for somebody younger, basically. All I'm saying is, you'll be the easiest life insurance I'd ever collect. Come on, man. Come on. Wouldn't y'all spend the rest of her life with her? Oh, so see this clip right here? I want to know what type of camera she's using. Because what's the point in me researching it if I have a channel where I could, you know, have more things to talk about with my viewers? Do any of you know? If you know, I would love to know. That's the only reason why I put this clip here, because I would love to know what type of camera she's using. Great camera.
We listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge. You've seen that trend, right?
Yeah.
So anything you got, we listen and we don't judge.
Okay, so like basically I'm in a long distance relationship, right? Military man, you know how that should go. He wasn't answering like phone calls and I have his location. So I probably was at a restaurant. I called the restaurant he was at and I told the waitress I got money for any bitch who sends a picture of me like.
When I see clips like this, I really learned that my D game is trash. Ain't no woman doing no crazy shit like this for me. Yeah, when you see a woman is doing shit like this, it's because your D game is top tier. It is top tier. Matter of fact, listen, I could bet, right? I could bet y'all 50 cents her and that man is still together. Yeah, I could bet you, because once you see they get that immaculate D game, they don't want the other woman to get them, so they just stay right there. Yeah, they don't care how much time you cheat. Just let them stay right there. I can bet more. Watch.
Who he's with.
You don't know if she's gonna tell
So I got her number, she sent me a picture and he was like sitting down with a bitch.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Damn.
So I went off on him. And apparently I'm crazy for like getting a waitress to take a picture of him.
Did you pay whoever sent you that picture?
Yeah, I sent her $50.
Damn. 350? Exposing your man like that?
Yeah. Oh. I hope he don't see this. He's gonna kill me.
Y'all still together? Nah. Y'all still together?
Yeah.
Run me my money. Run me my money. Drop that 50 cents in the comments, man. Give me my money. I told y'all, I know them. I know these women, man. I know them.
We listen and we don't.
I'm 100% convinced my boyfriend's favorite hobby is annoying my best friend. Is that a man or a woman? Because from that cruise ship video, you never know. Okay, it looks like a woman. But so I would argue, right? Let's be positive here. He probably has like one of those primal fetishes he wants to like toss around his woman and stuff. But judging by the size difference, she's probably too heavy to do that. But with her best friend, he can live out that dream. So it's not like if she's in a poly relationship that she don't know about, you know? Yeah, because black men don't cheat. But hey, like and subscribe.
Oh, man. That was red as hell. It was swollen. My whole nose looks swollen. Or is that just the camera? I just got the camera, man. What's going on here?